So manual testing. Under manual testing, we'll discuss about STLC, software testing lifecycle, and then STLC, and we'll discuss about the levels of testing. Okay, and we'll discuss about testing techniques. And we'll discuss about how to write test cases. And then execution of test cases. And we also discuss test planning and test strategy. That's the strategy. Okay. And then finally we discuss about test planning, test strategy, execution of test cases, and writing test cases. Testing techniques to follow to write test cases. The levels of testing, and then we'll discuss about test metrics and defect management, defects, and reporting, and management. Okay, defect reporting and management. Finally, we'll discuss about zero tool. Zero. Okay, this is actually defect management or test management. Then we'll discuss about Java. Under Java, starting with and then you have to work on one project. Post completion of this manual testing, you have to work one project. Then we'll discuss about Java. Under Java, we'll start with what is Java, what is the JRE environment, okay, what is JDK, okay, what is JVM, and all. So these are basic concepts of Java. Then we'll discuss about how to write a program in Java, starting with variables, and we'll discuss about okay, data types, okay, and then operators. Under operators, we'll discuss about relational operators, conditional operators, arithmetic operators, logical operators, okay, bitwise operators, and so on. Then we'll discuss about conditional statements, how to use a if condition, if else, and nested if, and then we'll discuss about switch. Okay, then we continue with the iterative statements, while, do while, okay, and what is the difference between while and do while, how to use for loop, okay, what is enhanced for loop, and we'll discuss about object-oriented programming concepts. Then we'll discuss about what is break and continue. After that, we'll discuss about access modifiers like public, private, static, okay, and protected, and so on. Under object-oriented programming concepts, we discuss in detail about abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, and inheritance. Then we'll discuss about exception handling, file handling, and then collections framework. Under collections framework, we also discuss what is array list, what is hash map, hash table, linked list, okay, and then vector, and queue, and so on. Why we need to discuss all these are actually primarily programming techniques that is very much required to develop test scripts. Okay. So then coming to Selenium. Okay, it is difficult to write all the concepts, but we'll cover all those things. Then coming to Selenium, we'll discuss about basic Selenium and then advanced Selenium. Under basic Selenium, we'll discuss what is Selenium, why we need to use Selenium, how to identify test objects, what are the various locators like export, okay, ID, name, CSS selector, okay, link text, parser link text, and so on. Okay. Then we'll discuss about advanced Selenium. Under advanced Selenium, we'll discuss how to design a framework by using JUnit, TestNG, Cucumber, Maven, and so on. Page object model and a page factory. At last, we okay, also discuss about agile methodologies. Under agile methods, we discuss about Jenkins. How do you integrate our test scripts with the continuous integration tool called Jenkins? How do you run our scripts through Jenkins? So this is our review now. Starting with STLC. Okay. Starting with STLC now. What is STLC? Software testing lifecycle. What is software testing lifecycle? See, what is software testing lifecycle? You can answer. What is software testing lifecycle? To test any kind of software, we follow these phases: requirement analysis, test planning, test design, environment setup, test execution, and test closure. Right? So requirement analysis, starting with requirement analysis, we analyze the requirements. What is a requirement? Requirement is nothing but a document provided by the client. Okay, provided by the client, where we analyze those requirements. And okay, understand what exactly client is looking for. Okay, what exactly client is looking for. Just a minute. One of the participant facing some issue to join. Okay. KNA actually, please just join your audio. Please join audio. Please join audio. Those who have joined on your mobiles, please join audio. Otherwise, you can't listen what I'm saying. Akhileshwar and okay, please join audio. Okay. So can you missed actually introduction? We are just okay discussing about what are the topics we are going to cover during our courseware. So these are the topics: STLC and STLC software testing lifecycle, STLC software development lifecycle, levels of testing techniques. I mean the techniques we follow to write test cases, how to write test cases, and the execution of test cases, test planning and test strategy. And then we also continue with the effect reporting and management. I finally discuss about the Jira tool, where how we are going to manage our defects. Then we'll do one project and manual testing. Then we continue with Java. Under Java, we'll discuss about JRE, JDK, and JVM. And then we'll discuss both the basic and advanced topics of Java, including collections framework. Then we'll discuss about the Selenium. Under Selenium, we also discuss about the basic concepts like how to identify elements and all. Then we'll discuss about the framework design and development. Finally, discuss about the Jenkins. Currently, we are just discussing about STLC, software testing lifecycle. So I just gave you the brief introduction about what is the current topic which we are discussing currently. Okay. Software testing lifecycle. Under software testing lifecycle, STLC always starts with requirement analysis. We analyze the requirements. Okay. STLC part of manual testing. Okay. Requirement analysis, we analyze the requirements. After analyzing the requirements, we prepare a test plan. Even though we never involved in test planning as a fresher or as a newcomer to the project, okay, we should have a very strong knowledge on test plan. Test plan contains also test strategy. Okay, test strategy is part of a test plan. We can say we can subdocument. Test strategy is a subdocument in a test plan. Test plan is a very broad perspective document where we have a complete start date and date of each and every activity in the project. How the test plan looks like. Test plan. So test plan looks like this one. This test plan. I'll show you some of the test plan. So this is how the test plan looks like. It's a very simple test plan. Very easy. Test plan contains various sections. Okay. So what are those sections? The sections start with the in scope and out scope. In scope and the out scope. So these are the various sections. First, we have introduction part where we just a brief about what is test plan and what is the purpose of test plan. Then objective contains okay, in this project, what exactly we are going to achieve. Those details will come under objective. Then scope. Okay. See, if you want to test a particular XYZ application, XYZ application basically maintained by the client called ABC. ABC has so many businesses, right? One of the application is XYZ. Okay, you can't test all the applications of ABC client, right? You have to test only the specific application. So those details come from the scope. Functions that we should be tested. Functions not to be tested also should be there. Why? Because you should be more precise and accurate about what exactly you are going to test. Otherwise, you end up with nowhere and your time get run out, and then you cannot deliver. We can't deliver what client exactly looking for. So you should be very specific about functions that need to be tested. At the same time, functions not to be tested. Certain functionalities you should not test. Okay, and then references where we specify what are the documents required to prepare a test plan. Okay, what you have referred and all comes under references. And testing process overview where we discuss about how exactly the process which you are going to follow. Right? See, each project have their own process. Certain people follow X process, certain process follow Y process. You have to precisely specify what is the process you are going to follow in the current project. That is all about test process. Then test strategy, like where we specify what type of testing we are doing. We will discuss about black box UI and all later. Okay. So we specify all type of testing that we are going to do on the project. And we specify how we are going to carry these testing types. Does the project has any automation scope? If yes, what are the tools we are going to use? Okay, what are the tools we are going to use? We need to specify in a test plan. And then finally, test environment. Test environment section of the test plan contains what is the hardware, what is the software requirements, what is the software and what is the hardware requirements of the project. What is software and hardware? See, I want to test this. This is a this is a sample application. I want to test this. How to test it? How to test this application? What is software and what is hardware required to test this software? Tell me, what is hardware and what is software required? So first of all, what is environment? Environment is nothing but a runtime test bed where we are going to carry our testing to carry your or to perform your testing activities on day-to-day basis. We need an environment. Similarly, for developers also to develop their code, they need an environment. So for production also they need an environment. That means there are three type of environment. One is actually dev environment. Second one is QA. Okay. And third one is production. Okay. Dev environment basically contains the development. And then QA is for testing. And the last one is for production. So coming to QA, since we are going to deal with testing, QA, what exactly we are going to do? So test environment is nothing but what is the software and hardware. See, to open this application, first and foremost thing is we need actually to, if you are going to test this application on IE, we also need to specify knowledge. And we also specify Firefox. And then what's the other requirement? We need a Windows operating system. And we need at least 4 GB RAM. Okay. And then we need at least 512 ROM. That means hard disk drive, HDD. Okay. And access to the client's application or application URL. Okay. And then 612, we need access to test management tool. Okay, line 0. And we also specify other softwares required. If you need any software, for example, you are working on automation testing, what is required? These are actually for manual testing. What about automation? Automation, we need special software. We need one Java, JR is required. Okay, we need Eclipse. Okay, we need Selenium jar files, and we need browser driver files, browser driver file, and we need admin access on the system, right? So these are actually software and hardware requirements to set up the test bed or a test environment. This is for automation. This is for plan. Okay, we need to provide all these details to the CCD team. CCD means actually, ideally, we can simply say environment setup. Okay, they provide this, but initially in a test plan, we have to specify what exactly you require in the test environment. The test schedule, very important section called the test schedule. What is test schedule? Test schedule basically contains what the start date and end date of each and every activity of the testing. Okay. So what is the start date? What's the end date? Then finally control procedure. That means suddenly there is some issue in a QA environment or testing environment. How we are going to control the project? That comes under the control procedure. Basically, this deals with a risk and mitigation plan. Risk and mitigation. Suddenly there is a risk of visa. What is the mitigation plan? That comes under control. Roles and responsibilities. The title itself is telling roles and the responsibilities. To test an application, we do have a team called a testing team. Testing team contains a test lead. Okay, some of the calls have a designation called a test manager. Okay, if you are working on a very big banking clients, okay, your team size is very high. Okay, where we can see test manager, test lead, and the testers. Test manager, he basically works on different projects. Not only one project, he handles multiple projects. Under test manager, we have a test lead. Test lead deals with a particular project. Under test lead, we have testers. Okay, junior tester, senior tester, test architect, so many roles to be there. Okay, these are roles and responsibilities. Basically contains the roles and the responsibility of each and every test member of the project. The final deliverables, where we list out what are the deliverables we are going to handle, and the start date and the very good thing is entry criteria and exit criteria. Okay. So for each and every phase of STLC, So this is a phase of dynamic STLC. So in this STLC, first we gather the requirement analysis. What is the entry criteria for requirement analysis? Yeah.
Requirement from the client.
Correct. Requirement from the client, user documents and SRS documents. These are actually entry criteria for a requirement analysis. To analyze the requirements, we need those documents. And what is the exit criteria for requirement analysis? Yeah, providing a reverse KT document. That means we have to present what you have learned so far. That we have to do. That's actually called as a reverse. Then test planning, where we have a test planning. We plan the testing basically. Test design and environment setup, test execution, test flow. There are other levels. Now please mute again.
Test scenario.
Yeah, go ahead. Something here. Test scenario.
Yes, it is also present in between planning and designing. So test scenario.
Test. What is test scenario? Test scenario is nothing but that deals with what part of the testing, what you are going to test. Test scenario basically deals with the single independent functionality of the application. Right? So for example, login is an application. Login is a module of the application. How many test scenarios you can derive? Test scenario is nothing but what exactly you are going to test. Test scenario, under test scenario of login, we have different customers, right? One person having a gold card, and another client has a silver card. Another person has some other XYZ card. So each person have a different UI to log into the application. Then how many test scenarios you can derive here? For login itself, we are going to derive 3 test scenarios. For each customer, we will create a different test scenarios. That we will discuss about the test design phase, not in test planning. Currently, we are discussing about requirement analysis and test planning, right? So requirement analysis, where we analyze the requirements, and test planning, where we create the test plan. Under test planning, test environment, test schedule, and then control procedure, rules and responsibilities, deliverables, and entry criteria and exit criteria. So what is the exit criteria for test plan? Preparing a test plan. No. Preparing test plan. What is the exit criteria for test plan? Exit criteria. Oh,
Preparing test cases.
correct. Getting the sign off from the client on a test plan is the exit criteria, not entry criteria. Exit criteria of the test plan is getting sign off from the client. What is this getting sign off? See, you can create a number of documents during testing, but at the end of the day, what you have to do? You have to get the sign off from the client. That means they have to accept it. So usually your test manager, test lead will keep on say, okay, write your test case properly, otherwise you won't get a sign off. But what it means, you can write your test cases, you can prepare a test plan. After that, client has to accept the documentation. That is all about getting sign off from the client. Okay. Test plan exit criteria is getting sign off from the client on a test plan. So that's the entry criteria for each and every phase. What is suspension criteria? What is the resumption criteria? Suspension means when we have to stop testing. When we have to start testing. Stop testing, start testing. Tell me what is the suspension criteria? When the very important entry question this is. Okay. They would ask, when do you stop testing the application? When do you stop testing the application?
When there is no bug.
100% completion and 90% some
Correct. Correct. Okay.
I know my issues there. Something different.
Yeah, voice is breaking. Anyway, I think you are selling Once 100% functionality is covered and all, right? Yes. See, when do you stop? One thing is when you are running out of time, you have schedule, right? For testing, they will give some 3 months time or 4 months time. Okay. So you have to complete your testing within that time period. That means you can't take 5 months time or 6 months time for a 3 months call or 4 months call. Okay. So when do you stop? When your schedule is reached, then you stop it. One thing. Second thing is when you are running out of budget, they will give some billing to do a testing. You can't ask more than that billing. That I'm also at stop. Third one is when your application covered 100% during testing. Fourth one is we just did exhaustive testing. That means all bugs are closed. Not even a single bug is opened. Okay, then we stop it. Okay. So that is all about suspension criteria. Suspend means when you stop. What about resumption? Resumption means suddenly the network is down. What exactly? For example, application is not reachable to the testing. Okay. So at that time, what I do, we have to log a report to the client saying that this is a issue with respect to the application. So we are stopping it. Okay. When do you resume? Again, when you get a mail from the client, then again we have to start testing the application. That is all about the suspension criteria and the resumption criteria. Okay. So risks. So we also list out what are the risks involved in the application. Okay. So you can ask this question. So how do you know, sir? Okay, at the beginning itself, how do you know the risk? Yes, of course, you have to know the risk if you are well experienced with the testing. That's the reason test plan is prepared by the test manager and test leads. Okay, we never involve, especially those who are very new to testing, freshers, don't have much knowledge in testing, they never involve. Okay. Only people have a 5 years of experience or working as a test lead or test manager work on a test. Acronym means short course actually. If you are using any short course writing the test plan, we just explain those acronyms. So here this is how actually it looks like introduction, objective. Okay. So objective of test plan is to define various testing strategies and test tools. Scope. So we are testing only GUI part and validating the data. Okay, not the back end. Okay. Function to be tested, functions not to be tested. Okay. And then testing process flow where we define what exactly the process we are following. Okay. Preparing the test cases, preparing the test metrics. These are the various processes we follow. Reading test data, defect logging, defect reporting. So we discuss all this later. So we simply specify what exactly the process which you are following in our project. Okay. So how we are going to create a test plan, how we are going to log the defects, how we are going to carry regression testing, deployment, deliveries, data creation for testing. Okay. All those things we specify with them. Okay. So here you can see this is a defect life cycle. I will explain later what is defect life cycle. Okay. But I will just brief you what is defect life cycle here. It starts with unconfirmed. That means we are not yet confirmed or get a confirmation from the development team. Whenever you raise a defect, you have to get the confirmation from the client. Otherwise, you can't say that it's a defect. Then once it is confirmed, it is a new defect and assigned, resolved, verified, and finally closed. Okay, I will discuss all these states later. Then coming to test strategy, I told you test strategy deals with how we are going to test the application. Okay, what type of testing we are doing? Okay, what is each and every test does? Okay, and tools if you are using, what type of tools you are using. See here they have mentioned Bangalore, Selenium, Cisco, and test environments and their respective URLs. Here you can see these are the various environments which you are going to use for a testing purpose. And then test schedule, we have a planning phase, designing phase, code completion, and the infrastructure. Okay, and so on. There are so many phases out there. Okay. And then finally, we reach roles and responsibilities. See here, you can see project manager. What is their role? QA. Okay, quality analyst. What is their role? Okay, as a quality analyst, we have to understand the requirements and execute the test cases and write the test cases and prepare RTF. What is RTF? Who can answer this question? What is RTF?
Requirement traceability matrix.
Super, very good. Okay, requirement traceability matrix. Okay, we'll discuss about this requirement traceability matrix later in detail because it's really very important. Okay, an interview point of view, it is very important. So, requirement traceability matrix. Okay. And then we will discuss about reviewing test cases and all. Okay, Anjali and Gautam, you both have joined very late. Okay, we are discussing about okay, test plan. Under test plan, we are discussing about various sections of the test plan. Various sections of the test plan we are discussing. So these are the roles. Then RTM, requirement traceability matrix. Okay, we'll discuss about how do you prepare this requirement traceability matrix, reviewing test cases, effective code tracking, testing, regression testing, and bug review waiting, and so on. And finally, deliverables and who is responsible for each and every deliverable. That will discuss. That we'll discuss who is what and all. Then what is the deliverables here? You can see the deliverables and the responsibility. You can see test report document, what exactly the test report document contains. Okay. Each report contains what are the sections. This is the entry criteria. Here, the entire coding starts with after completely understanding the requirements. This is the entry criteria. Okay. So testers, when they can perform testing thoroughly, they have very strong knowledge on the application, then only they can perform testing thoroughly. Otherwise, no, they can't, right? So we can review the test scenarios and test cases and then suspension criteria, that's entry criteria. What is suspension criteria? Suspension means when do you stop? Okay, build contains many serious defects. So we can't go for live. Okay, there's a huge changes are happening in the requirements. So today, client said, okay, you have to test login functionality. There's some username, password, and then login buttons are there. Suddenly, we change the requirement saying that there is a list box comes in the login page. You have to select the type of the customer, gold customer or silver customer. Suddenly, he said, then what you have to do? You have to stop the current testing immediately. Then you have to update those changes, requirements, and then you have to carry over testing. The software and hardware problem. If there are any software and hardware problems, that time also you have to stop. Presumptions means okay, it will only occur when the problems caused by the suspension has been resolved. When the problems caused during the suspension phase has to be resolved, then only we can continue the presumption. Exit criteria, I told you, for each and every phase as an exit criteria. Here you can see they have mentioned few sample results. What is the understanding requirements? If the tester not able to understand the requirements, what is the point of testing the application? No, right? Not only the testing point of view, developer also. There's a high risk. Okay, so you have to get your queries answered from the client. Then only you can continue with the testing. That is all about this. Understanding requirements and then domain and project knowledge. So you have to get the domain and project knowledge. And then delay in delivery of testing items might require increased night shifts, right? Of course, right? So you might heard about the today, okay, test lead will decide. Okay, person 1, 4, 5 should come tomorrow night, and then they have to deliver the project, or I mean they have to do the deliverables. What it means? That means that there is a scheduled slippage. Slippage means we're supposed to complete the testing activity yesterday itself, but there is some scheduled slippage. That means schedule deviation or slippage, whatever it is. Okay, that means we are not as per the plan. Then immediately we have to request resources to come and work extra hours. So that is one of the risks involved in most of the testing types. So when do we have these issues actually? We do have this kind of issues when application is not working, or there is some issue from the development. Some issue means that they are not able to deliver the working product on time. Okay, if you take any project, if they are following agile methodologies, okay, agile methodologies have a 15 days sprint. 15 days means what actually? 15 days means only 15 days, only 10 working days. Within 10 working days, developers will take 7 days time, and hardly 3 days or 2 days time. Okay, we do have as a tester. Tester we have only 2 or 3 days time. So we have to deliver the entire thing in a 1, 2 or 3 days time. Okay. So this is all about test plan. The test planning, we need to plan the test. So these are the various sections involved in a test plan. Starting with the objective, what is scope, what is in scope, what is out scope, the process we should follow, and then test strategy. We are going to test application, different type of testings. If the project has automation scope, what are the tools we are using? What is the environment setup? We need actually different type of environments, software and hardware requirements, but to carry out testing activities, roles and responsibilities, and suspension and rejection criteria, risk and mitigation plan, entry and exit criteria, and then test closure activities, how we are going to closure or certify the product. So all these things will come under a test plan. I guess clear? Yeah. Then coming to test design. What is test design basically? What is test design? What is test design? Before going to understand the test design, we need to understand test methodologies. Okay. So we need to understand test methodologies before going to understand the test design. See, we have 3 type of methodologies to carry testing. One is white box, and one is black box, and third one is a gray box. White box, where we test internal logic of the code, hence functional tester we never do. Okay. There are 2 type of testers. One is functional and non-functional, and white box tester. White box testers are nothing but developers. They test their own code before going to hand over the build to the testing team. They hand over the build at the end of the day, right? Of course, right? See, there are A, B, C, D. 4 people are working in the project. What that is, they have been given different modules. Okay, developer A is working on login, developer B is working on some account summary page, and developer 3 is working on some XYZ module. Each developer work on their respective module. At the end of the day, they commit the code. Commit means update the code to the main repository. After updating the code, what they do, they have to check that their code is working as per the client requirement after integrating the code with the existing repository. That is all about the white box system. There are 2 types of testings under white box system. One is unit testing, other one is a integration testing. Okay, unit testing carried at the each and every independent developer level. That means the developer A is supposed to carry his unit testing test cases, execute test cases, and developer B, C, D also does their unit testing on their respective codes. At the end of the day, they have to integrate their code, right? Developer A integrate his code with developer B. Similarly, C, D also. So what they have to do here, they also carry certain test executions to ensure that the code is working as a whole. That is all about the integration testing. where we check the integrity of the application. Okay, that is all about integration testing. Okay, then black box testing. Black box testing basically contains different functionalities of the application needs to be tested by functional testers. See, white box testing ideally we never involve, but nowadays we are involving in white box testing. Please remember that role is called as a stage. Okay, we are calling a separate role called a stage. You know what is a stage? You can answer this question. What is a stage? That's what we are going to cover during our courseware. Stage means what? Yeah. Stage.
Software development environment test.
Oh, okay. What else?
System.
No, don't guess. It's okay. What is the stage?
Generally, QA is involved in functional testing. Here, we will develop the code and as part of our automation, we are developing the code. So, in coding also, we will involve.
Ah,
As
okay.
part of
Very good, very good. Okay. Okay, it was coined by Microsoft. Okay. If you go to Microsoft interview, they definitely ask one question. Are you strong in any one of the programming language? If you go for an interview for a Microsoft client, even though the job is a tester job, they ask, are you strong enough to work on any one of the programming languages like Java or C#? Not only C#, since they own a C#, they won't say that you are strong only with C#. Any one of the programming language. Why? The reason is nowadays the role which you are playing is actually developer also. Software developer engineer in a testing. That is all about estate. Software developer engineer in a testing. That means testing is carried by the developer. That means the developer should do testing. At the same time, tester should do development. As Raja said, actually, developers are supposed to create so many test scripts as part of automation testing. That's the reason we also can be called as the estates. So estate people have very strong knowledge on application development, not exactly application development, but test script development. Okay. So that is where actually white box testing is performed with nowadays functional test also. There's another category. Okay, developers, functional testers, and non-functional testers. Non-functional. Okay, functional tester deals with the behavior of the application. They check whether the functionality of the application is working. What about non-functional? Can you give few examples for non-functional testing?
non-functional testing is like stress testing, load testing, reliability testing, all these things.
Correct. API testing, soap testing, right? Soap testing also. Okay. So performance testing, soap testing, or API testing. Okay, and any kind of testing that does not deal with the behavior of the application comes under non-functional testing. Then finally the gray box testing. What is gray box testing? Gray box testers deals not only with the functionality of the application, they also deal with the backend of the application. Example, database testing. Okay, then you can say backend testers. Okay, so they have to write SQL queries to check whether the data has been properly updating in the backend or not. That means the person should know both functionality of the application and the technology. Then only he will work on a gray box system types, right? So there are three methodologies: white box system, black box system, and a gray box test. I'm just going to give a brief overview about what we have discussed so far. See, so these are the topics and the technologies which we are going to cover during our course there, starting with manual testing, STLC, STLC levels of testing techniques, and so on. Then we'll discuss about Java, core, basic, core. In core, we discuss about basic and advanced. And then we discuss about Selenium. Under Selenium, again, we discuss about basics and advanced. And under advanced, anyway, basics, we cover all basic things like how to identify web elements and all, repeaters, okay, and how to handle different test objects like the web table, okay, dynamic elements, and so on. How do you develop the test scripts using XPath, absolute XPath, relative XPath? Then we'll discuss about framework under advanced. Under frameworks, we'll discuss total 4 frameworks, more than 4 basically. JUnit, TestNG, Cucumber, Page Object Model, Page Factory, Maven. Then finally, we'll discuss about Agile methodologies. Under Agile methodology, we'll discuss about we'll discuss about Jenkins. So today we are start discussing about STLC, software testing lifecycle. And then we discuss requirement gathering and analysis under aspect. Okay. And continue with the remaining thing called test types and test methodologies and test design on Monday. Ideally, I never work on Saturday, Sunday. Those who have joined today are fresh. I'm just informing you, class only happens from Monday to Friday. There's no class on Saturday and Sunday. Please remember that. Okay. So class timings are 8 to 9. Okay. Class timings are 8 to 9 only. So please try to join on time. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can ask.
When we say framework, that means we are going to cover Cucumber also. That means behavior-driven framework and BDD. These things also we are going to cover. BDD, HTD.
Definitely will cover. Those who are very new to testing, they don't know. That's why I'm not discussing right now. Definitely will cover. Cucumber means cucumber. Yes, we cover cucumber. Behavior-driven development. Yes.
So agile methodologies, you said you are going to cover at an end, right?
Yeah. Agile methodologies. Yes, of course, I'll explain agile methodologies.
Okay. One solution when we have started classes, right? We are at the starting itself, we can use the wording like agile terms like the Scrum Master, all these things that will be useful at an end. That will be
Yeah. Definitely, I will explain what is Scrum Master, what is the product owner. Okay, what is the roles and responsibility? I will explain. Yes, I know. I mean, if you go to interview on agile,
Yeah, got it. No, not at last. When today you started with test planning, right? Here itself, if we have started using with that.
Yes, we'll cover
agile
after
methodology.
STLC. We'll cover STLC. STLC during STLC, we'll
Okay.
cover agile methodology.
Okay.
Okay, then. Thanks for joining.
Hi, this is Disha here. I just want to ask, you said that weekends you won't be taking any trainings. So, it's not feasible for me and one of my friend to attend on weekdays. So, is there any batch on weekends you can, take?
And let's see, I have to check my schedule and let you know.
Okay, and if we just want to attend the class of Java and Selenium and not the manual testing, then what would
Understood.
be the approach?
Yeah, definitely you can attend. See, manual testing is anyway free. That is
Okay.
free, absolutely free. Manual testing. Okay.
So,
So
we just want to know the schedule. Manual testing within how many days it will be completed.
manual testing that would take approximately 10 days time.
Okay.
Okay. So Disha, I will let you know. Disha, I have to check my schedule because I am also working. That's the problem.
Yeah, correct. Okay.
So
And
I can't really spend on weekends. So
oh, okay.
let me
Okay.
check. If any other educator or if I am able to take, I will inform you.
Okay, and if at all it is feasible for you to take classes on weekends, then can we get one lecture, like you have given a lecture over manual testing? Can we get it on Selenium or Java? Basically Java.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Okay, just let me know then. Accordingly, I can also make my decision then.
How many people are there?
Me and
weekend?
one of my friend, she's there in the call, Sitara Rajan.
Oh, fine. So, no problem. I'll let you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks and thank you. Happy weekend. Bye.
Thank you.